Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with y'all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, there's some stuff the Panthers did today, today, and just enjoying this week, and it's pretty good stuff. But I have an issue with it, man. I have an issue with a few things people have been saying, and I gotta talk about it. Obviously, you see the Panthers jersey, so I'm talking about Panthers stuff. But it's some things I definitely want to talk about with you guys, whatever. I definitely want to talk about my mock draft also, but we'll get into that later. So let's get started. Now the Carolina Panthers brass, which is Norv offensive coordinator Norv Turner, and the receiver coach Lance Taylor, were in Maryland to see DJ Moore during his pro day, right? And I heard those came out pretty impressed, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. And this is gonna sound kind of mean, but I'm just being honest. I don't want DJ Moore. I don't want Christian Kirk, and this is why. Because the receiver core needs balance. Check this out, right? Receiver core needs balance. You can't have too many big players. Obviously, we tried that with Devin Funchess and Kelvin Benjamin. Didn't work out, right? Can't be too many small players, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you need players who do jump balls and contested catches, and small players tend not to do that. You need a balance in your receiving core. You need a balance. You can't have too many big, can't have too many small. You know what I'm saying? You need some of all sizes, all speeds, everything. It has to be a balance. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a wide range. You can't have all the same thing. Because once they have all the same thing, it's easy to game plan against you, right? So the Carolina Panthers already have Curtis Samuel, already have Demir Bird. Even most likely Caden Clay's not on the team, but even have Caden Clay. But we don't really have any we have one bigger receiver, which is Devin Funchess, and Torrey Smith. You could say is all right. He's all right size receiver. He's pretty good, But you need a balance of big and short. You know what I'm saying? Slot, outside, route runner, speed guy. You know what I'm saying? You need all those components, you know what I'm saying? Because the speed guy goes vertical and gets the safeties off you and they can't know the box. The route runner, even on tight coverage, his route runner will get him open. The contestant catcher, even when the corner's draped all over, he can jump up and get that make that play. You need all types of receivers in your repertoire. You can't just have a pistol. You need a shotgun, an AK. You need all types of weaponry. You know what I'm saying? To have an armory, you can't just have all the same thing, right? So DJ Moore, to me, he's a very good route runner. You're not doing him wrong. He's definitely, I think he's a better route runner than Curtis Samuel is, right? And I think he has very good hands. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably better than Curtis Samuel too. But he's a shorter receiver, man. He's like 5'10", 5'11", and I don't want that. I want a receiver that is taller, that can get vertical. You know what I'm saying? Like Torrey Smith, he's not a long-term answer. You know what I'm saying? He's not a long-term answer. Now, the receiver had to be 6'4", 6'5". No, you know what I'm saying? But like 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", well, 6'1", 6'2" is good range. You know what I'm saying? Julio Jones is like 6'2". AJ Green's like 6'3". You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be like some 6'4", 6'5", receiver. You can be 6'1", 6'2", but I wanna like we got the 6'4s in Devin Funchess and others, And we got the 5'10s and Curtis Samuel and Demir Bird, who both were vertical guys, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Calvin Ridley is the best option, but I don't know if he's gonna be there, and that's why I went with DJ Chark on my mock draft, because I didn't think Calvin Ridley's gonna be there. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. And miss me with all this. Christian Kirk and DJ Moore are gonna be the next Steve Smith. Listen, guys. First of all, let's stop this, okay? Because just because the guy is the same height or the same build as a player doesn't mean he's gonna be the same as a player. Let's stop this, okay? And Panthers fans, let's stop searching for the next Steve Smith, because there is no other Steve Smith. All right? There is not. Here's the thing, and this is what Panther fans gotta get. And this is why I hate when analyst says this and stuff like that, whatever. Just because they're the same body type, just because they have the same maybe traits or some of the similar traits and attributes and stuff like that, whatever. That's not gonna mean that he's gonna be the heir apparent to Steve Smith, or he's gonna be the you know what I'm saying. That mindset is thrown to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. It makes no sense. There's a lot of things that make a player, and you know what I'm saying. You can have body type, you can have minds, you know what I'm saying, ability and all that stuff like whatever, right? I can take the same person and have, you know what I'm saying, the exact same ability, same type of body type and everything, right? But two different mindsets, and those mindsets are gonna determine who's gonna be successful. Pressure busts pipes, and it makes diamonds. Steve Smith was under a lot of pressure. He was not regarded as a high receiver. He was not, you know what I'm saying, highly touted. He was a kid from, you know what I'm saying, Compton, who, you know, played football, had a chip on his shoulder, got looked over, and developed into a great receiver. You know what I'm saying? The greatest receiver in our history. You know what I'm saying? That's who Steve Smith was. And I'm not saying Christian Kirk and DJ Moore don't have a chip on their shoulder. I'm saying to say that they're going to be the next Steve Smith, the heir apparent to Steve Smith, is a reach. Because they look at their body types and be like, oh man, this is perfect. This is exactly what. No. You know what I'm saying? Steve Smith is a one-of-a-kind player. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at, for example, this Corey Davis kid. The Corey Davis that got drafted to the Titans. They said he's going to be the next T.O. And now, mind you, you know, his career is still early in his career. So he can develop, but I don't think he's ever going to be T.O. Because T.O. was T.O. Just like Steve is Steve, and Ocho Cinco is Ocho Cinco, and Calvin Johnson is Calvin Johnson, and Randy Moss is Randy Moss. These guys are hard to replicate. It's hard to duplicate. You might have the same body type, same build and everything, but these guys are special people. Their mindset is different. Their work ethic is different. Now, there's certain people who gifted with amazing talent, and there's certain people who just gifted with, you know what I'm saying, amazing, you know what I'm saying, work ethic. You know what I'm saying? They're hard workers. They strive to be the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Steve Smith was. Steve Smith was a 5'10" receiver that I seen win jump balls. I seen him run routes. I seen him burn receivers. I seen him, like, he is the man. You know what I'm saying? So people stop thinking that Christian Kirk and DJ Moore are going to be the next Steve Smith, because if you're setting that as your goal, you'll be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Steve Smith is a one-of-a-kind receiver. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He is what he is. You know what I'm saying? He was a very good receiver for us, and he'll always be a very good receiver for us. And stop looking for his replacement or his heir apparent just because they have the same body type and maybe the same, well, not even the same mindset, but, you know, have some similarities as far as, you know, work ethic and stuff like that, whatever. That is not them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, when they say, oh, Christian Kirk is going to be the next Steve Smith, or DJ Moore is going to be the next Steve Smith, I feel like that's doing a disservice to those players, because that's a lofty goal to set. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they can't surpass it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you know what I'm saying, when they say that before these guys even get started, I think that's a bad move. You know what I'm saying? So please, Panthers fans, don't buy into this whole Christian Kirk is going to be the next Steve Smith, or DJ Moore is going to be the next Steve Smith, because they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, stop saying these guys are going to be the next Steve Smith. And stop making stop, you know, making us look for the next Steve Smith, because that's probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So get it through. You know what I'm saying? You analysts, get it through your head. Stop saying that Steve Smith, this is the heir apparent Steve Smith, because that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to get a good receiver. You know what I'm saying? Or a running back, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we shouldn't expect him to be Steve Smith, because Steve Smith is a Hall of Famer. Well, soon to be Hall of Famer. He's not done it yet, but he's soon to be Hall of Famer. And the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, Lance Zierlein from NFL Network and Daniel Jeremiah both mocked Calvin Ridley to the Panthers. Now, obviously, recently I did my own mock draft, and I got some people who liked it. I got some people who disliked it. I think I have more dislikes than likes, right? And I can accept that. It's just a difference of opinion. But my thing is this: I want to have an opportunity to explain why I think this is happening. Now, mind you, you know, I would love to get Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin Ridley is a great player, but I don't think he's going to be there. I feel like there's a lot of teams that need receivers. Obviously, Baltimore Ravens, you know, Arizona Cardinals, even, you know, Dallas might make a move because they're trying to get rid of Dez, and he's the best receiver on the board, obviously by far. So if we get him, I'm ecstatic, but I don't see us getting him. So that's why I went Darius Geis. Now, mind you, people are saying Ronald Jones, people are saying Nick Chubb. Ronald Jones, I think, is a good player too. You know, I wouldn't mind if you got him. The Nick Chubb situation, that I'm a little bit more skeptical about, because with somebody with a huge injury that he had, and I understand he played, in college this year and didn't have any injuries. I'm just, worried about that, man. I'm trepidatious about that, because if we're going to spend a first round pick on somebody, or a second round pick or whatever, I have to know that he's not gonna have some recurring injury or some degenerative bone, situation later on because of his huge injury. So that's why I'm not with the Nick Chubb thing. But the Ronald Jones, Kalen Ballage, so there's a guy, last name, another guy named Penny, whatever, who I think his name was Rashad Penny, that the Panthers looked at. Those guys, I guess I wouldn't be upset with, But that's why I obviously didn't have Calvin Ridley marked at number 1. Now, mind you, I would, like I said, I would love for him to be my number 1. That would be great. If we get him, I would be happy, because Cam Newton deserves the number 1 receiver, which he hasn't had since Steve Smith. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Calvin was a good player, but he dropped way too many balls, and his best season was his first season. So he was not really a true number 1. And he couldn't get past anybody. He's a great jump ball receiver. Well, I can't even say he's great. I'll say good. He's a good jump ball receiver. But he just wasn't cutting it out. So I would love to get Calvin Ridley. And I know some people were saying that we should get Justin Reed or, Jari Alexander or Josh Jackson, whatever. All these cornerbacks and safeties. This is how I feel about that. I know we need safeties and corners. I am so with you guys. But I am tired of not giving Cam Newton weapons. Cam Newton's career, he's been given subpar weaponry. And people are going to say, oh, the Patriots this, and they're going to say all this other stuff. Listen, man, all right? The Pittsburgh Steelers give Ben Roethlisberger a plethora of receivers. Emmanuel Sanders, Antonio Brown, Eli Rogers, Sammy Coates, Martavis Bryant. Tons of receivers. Same thing with the Packers. Same thing with the Chargers. There's tons of teams that give their franchise quarterback, a bunch of receivers. We're the only team that doesn't give our quarterback the receiving core that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because Cam Newton, is he the best thrower of the football? No. Not by a long shot. You know what I'm saying? But when he's hot, can he be pretty hot? Yes. And when situations like Kalen Clay dropping a touchdown in the end zone happen, that just pissed me off, man. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get him some weapons. You know what I'm saying? As far as safety and cornerback, listen, man, we can get pretty viable safeties and cornerbacks in the third round or even in the second round. But the main thing we should do is get Cam Newton weapons. So if receiver first, if you want to get a safety second round, you know what I'm saying, by all means, or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, I definitely think either a receiver or a running back in the first round, because we need to get Cam Newton a staple player for years to come. That's our main goal. You know what I'm saying? So for the people who said Jerry Alexander, obviously, I have no problem with them. But it's about, getting our franchise player some actual weapon. Because let's be honest, Torrey Smith is cool, Jerry Rice is fine, but I don't think they're going to be there in a few years. You know what I'm saying? I think, I just don't see it happening. Especially Torrey Smith getting $5 million a year. I would look to get a receiver, see how he does. You know what I'm saying? If the receiver picks up quickly, I'm getting out of Torrey Smith's deal. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went with DJ Chark, because I think DJ Chark is a vertical receiver that's pretty tall as far as balance. Obviously, I said balance. You know what I'm saying? He's vertical. He can get down the field fast. And I think he can win the 50-50 balls because of his height. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I think he needs to do is game mass. So for me, those are my first 2 picks. Obviously, the second 2, and obviously, I know everybody think I love LSU, but that's not the case. But the second 2 picks, obviously, was the safety and the cornerback. I think those 2 will be there. You know what I'm saying? As far as the cornerback, I think that's the only one I kind of feel like, okay, that'll probably be changed out. But safety, Marcus Allen, I think he'll be a pretty good safety. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. I mean, if I believe Calvin Ridley would be there, I would definitely take him, but I don't think he'll be there. And with Nick Chubb, because I've seen people put Nick Chubb, I've seen people put Ronald Jones. I mean, I think they're good players, but Nick Chubb, obviously, the injury, getting me caused the pause, and Ronald Jones, I think he's a good player. I think he's faster than when he timed in the 40 because he injured his hamstring. So I wouldn't mind him, but Nick Chubb, I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, nah, not for me. Calvin Ridley, DJ Chark, you know what I'm saying? Because we need balance in our receiving core. We don't need a bunch of 5'10", 5'11" guys running around. You know what I'm saying? We need some some balance. Maybe between Devin Funchess' height and Curtis Samuel's height will be perfect, which is like 6'1", 6'2", which is Calvin Ridley. So we'll see what happens. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with y'all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section. How do you feel about DJ Moore? How do you feel about Christian and Kirk? How do you feel about us going receiver first? Do you think we should go running back, corner, safety? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. How do you feel about DJ Moore? Do you think he's worth the first pick? Because I don't know, man. Like I said, I want a balance in the receiving core. And I'll see y'all next time.